All right, we're back. It's time to start field studies. We woke up and then Milliam came running in and jumped on us. Oh my goodness. Arg!
Wakey, wakey! Come on, Reed, it's time to rise and shine! We're gonna miss the train!
Stop that! That's not very ladylike. Oh, right in the gut.
I can't believe it! My very first class trip! We're gonna have the best time! How much money do I get to spend on sweets and stuff? Oh, do bananas count as snacks?
No, they don't. Just get off me, please. There you are.
Good morning, Reen.
Seems you had quite the rude awakening this morning.
Yeah, Coffee only wishes it was that effective. She must have really been looking forward to this trip.
Certainly seems so.
She holds her own in class, to be sure. But at times like these, she seems like any other kid her age.
I'm looking forward to finally getting the chance to visit Laura's hometown.
I've heard that Legram is known for both its many legends and for the mist that hangs over the town for much of the year.
I don't know which stories you've heard, but most of them have been exaggerated in the retelling over time. It certainly doesn't lack for scenic beauty, though. I was hoping I'd have the opportunity to invite you to see it. Though I wish Elisa, Fee, and the others in Group B could have come with us.
Me too. I hope they enjoy their trip. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Uses?
Good heavens.
Can someone do something about this child? She's out of control.
Okay, looks like everybody's here. Let's go, go, go!
She is pretty out of control, huh? Alright, let's go over our equipment here real quick. Probably gonna get to hopefully buy some new clothes, new equipment at some point, I hope. Oh, well, Gaius is coming with us, isn't he? No? I can't remember. Who's on our team? Yeah, Gaius, Emma, Eustace, Milliam, Laura, and Reen, of course. This is our team. Emma being our only real back row character. Huh. How do I want to play this? I want Emma in for the healing and support. Maybe like that. And I could sub in Gaius or Isis if I need to. I want to have him go ahead and be equipped. Okay. Alright. It's good. Emma, I kind of want to give that to Alright, I think we're ready to go. To the train station, I guess. To the train station we go. Oh wait, we could go shopping before we leave. Why don't we do that? Yeah, let's do a little shopping. We got a lot of stuff. Good, the engineering building, I guess, but well, let's see what they got here first. Yeah, we'll be alright. Oh, audios, please take care. We honestly don't have that many recipes, so I don't know. See if there's anything here worth getting. No. I'm guessing there's probably going to be stores in Legram, but you never know. Kind of wanting some armor upgrade if I could. Get something good. Doesn't look like any of this is all that great. Some of this stuff is pretty good, but boy, is it expensive. That stuff's expensive. I mean, I guess I want to see what they got in Legram first, but I can't come back. It's not like I can come back here. Can't go in there. But the pawn shop. And the pawn shop. Mitch's Pawn Shop. Oh, recipes. These are all recipes. I'll take it. What do I get for trading these in, though? Okay. Okay, I see. I can upgrade my healing, basically. Let's do that. Alright, well, that's cool. Okay. Let's head on out. I'm sure there'll be some stores in Legram. I can upgrade my armor. And we have a lot of Sepith we can use to sell for Mira. Let's do this. Let's go! We need to change trains at Brehard to get to Legram, right? I suppose it'd be better for us to take the cruise and main line than the transcontinental line then. Right. After reaching Brehard, we need to transfer to a local line in the Apple Branch line. There's only one train every 2 hours, so I'm hoping we can time our arrival to avoid a lengthy wait. It's exactly 7 a.m. right now. We should arrive in Brehard somewhere around 10:30 and reach Legram around noon. We've got work waiting for us the first day too, so the earlier we reach Legram, the better. Agreed. And there's always the chance of our class problem child will make another scene. Oh, I was expecting to run into you guys here. You already leaving too? Nah, we're still got another 20 minutes or so until the next train to Brehard comes in. You're all going to Dryas's, right? I've never been, but it sounds kind of fun. It's apparently quite a trip to get there, though. It's on the Empire's northwest coast. You have to cross the entire Lamar province to get there. Well, it's not often you get to go on a nice long trip like this. But worry not, the hours will just fly by as I teach you all how to be as cool and popular as I am. Yeah, thanks, but I think I'll just take a nap instead. Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board, please wait on the platform until the train comes to a complete stop. We'll see you in 2 days then. See you in Gralia Fortress. Bye. Have a safe trip. We'll see you later, Elliot. Later, Machias. And Crow, at least make a token attempt to stay out of trouble. No worries, if you hear about it, it means I wasn't on top of my game. One of these days, Reen, you'll thirst for my life of adventure. Right. Alright, good luck, guys. Try not to, drive everyone crazy for the next 2 days. Okie dokie! Why do I not find that the slightest bit reassuring? You took the words right out of my mouth. May the guidance of the winds and the goddess be with you all. I look forward to seeing you again in 2 days. Off we go on the train. Or off they go on the train. We still have a short while longer before our train arrives. We ought to purchase our tickets now while we're waiting. Good morning, everyone. Group A is headed to Legram, correct? Yes, that's right. We'd like to purchase tickets to Legram via Brehard. Coming right up. Do you want them right away? Okay, so that's 6 passengers bound for Legram via Brehard. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Oh, you're all heading out? What? Isn't that... Huh? What are you doing here, Lecter? You missed me already? Sure did. I'm gonna check back in Crossbell starting the day after tomorrow. Might never have the chance to see you again in this lifetime, so I figured I'd drop by and say hello. Psh, whatever. You're so silly. There's no way you or Gramps would die that easily. That old goat might scare off the Reaper, but I'm pretty weak, you know. Who's he? Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division. We saw him while we were on our field study at Nord. He's the one he's the one supposedly responsible for negotiating with the Republic armies to prevent war from breaking out, but yeah, so he's the Ironblood they call Scarecrow. I have to admit, he doesn't look like someone who specializes in espionage. With that cat, did anyone else see that cat just run by? Well, I'm sure this little drop of sunshine's got suspicious written all over her, but I hope you're getting along. Don't hesitate to give her a good spanking in case she causes too much trouble, though. Okay. We'll try our best to be welcoming, class. I'm not gonna cause them any trouble. Unlike you, I'm a little angel. What kind of little angel would casually whip out something like Aragetlum in the public? Do you have any idea how much overtime we put in just covering up for you? You do? Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving at platform 2. We ask that all passengers wish to board the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. If you'll excuse us, Captain. I'm afraid we need to catch this train. Sure thing. Good luck out there, guys. Oh, and by the way, I prefer it if you refer to me as secretary rather than captain in public. After all, I am second secretary for the Imperial government. I see. Well then, if you'll excuse us, Mr. Secretary, you better bring me back a souvenir from Crossbell. Alright. Let's go. Let's get this field study going. Go, go, go. The cat. I knew it. I saw that cat run by. Celine. Well, Emma's coming with us, so of course she's coming. Emma's definitely some type of witch, right? She's got a black cat and everything. Haha, they seem like an even more interesting bunch than I'd heard. Hope she gets the chance to soak in the good times of school like I did. Well, well, for two Ironbloods, you two have a pretty cozy thing going. Uh-oh, looks like a scary lady's got me in her sights. Time to make my exit. Not so fast. Didn't you have something you were supposed to give me? Come on, cough it up. Hey, they don't call you the Purple Lightning for nothing. Maybe you should consider giving up this teaching gig and coming to work for us. I'll bet we could offer double what the Academy's paying you, no sweat. Strictly business, huh? Obviously. I'm not getting any younger here. Hand it over. This is the list of every member of the Imperial Liberation Front that we're aware of at present. We've made progress in identifying their top figures too. I see. I suppose I should thank you. One more thing. Claire had a message she wanted me to pass along. I'm listening. Their primary target is Crossbell City. But there's a chance that something else will be going down with the Empire at the same time. Those were her words. Interesting. Well, you know we're going to run into somebody from the Imperial Liberation Front, and probably Gideon. They'll probably all come to a head once we go to the fortress. What was the name of that fortress again? But yeah, I have a feeling that's where a lot of stuff's going to start coming. Wasn't that the place we were at the beginning of the game when the war was breaking out? People were fighting? It might be. So we might be heading towards the climax of the game. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Wow, it's like a sea of a green out there. Hey, Eustace, why is the wheat all green? Wheat, barley, and rye, all cultivated in the Cruzan province. Each is grown in its season, which means that what you're seeing right now is the fall wheat crop. Oh look, there's a weird scarecrow. Look at its head. It looks all messy like Lecter's. Well, as long as she's enjoying herself. At times like this, she seems just like any girl her age. It's still hard to believe she's only 13. That's a year younger than my brother. It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? I suppose this is as good a time as any to tell you more about where we'll be conducting our next field study. Legram is a small town in the southwest province of the Empire, situated on the shore of Lake Ebol. My father, Viscount Arsaid, governs the town, which itself is part of the Cruzen province. That sounds familiar. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the province Yusuf's father oversees? Well, technically yes, but Legram is known for being a particularly self-reliant region. I doubt the Viscount has much interest in the authority of his liege lord. I suppose I cannot deny it. My father can be a little too free-spirited at times, but I can't help but feel your father's governance has its own issues, especially where taxation is concerned. It's not as though I'm unaware of that. Sorry, I seem to have touched on a sensitive issue here. No, there's nothing for you to apologize for. Exchanges like these are the daily bread of the nobility. It's true that the four great houses do have the immense power, but it's still up to the individual feudal lords to govern their respective regions. And as far as taxation goes, each region has its own statutes, which makes the whole situation even more complicated. It is quite convoluted, although the imperial government does seem to be attempting to unify all regions under a single tax system. That's one of the major points of dispute between the two factions. Incidentally, my father's stance on the matter is, hell will freeze over before I consent to it. I do understand the reformist point of view, but each region of the Empire has its own traditions and customs. Attempting to normalize all of those under a single system seems a little insensitive. The more you tell me, the more complicated it sounds. Well, it's certainly not an issue with nice, clear-cut solution. This is boring! Don't you have any more cool stories about Legram? I suppose a couple students battling out the deals about taxation isn't going to really solve anything. But I guess to me, one of the things Legram is most famous for is the Arsaid School. Oh, isn't that the thing Laura's dad teaches? That's the one. The Arsaid School of Swordsmanship is a style passed down by the ancient Knights of Erebonia. It's one of the two most famous martial arts styles in the Empire, the other being the Vander School. I've heard there's a training hall where students of the Arsaid School come from all over the Empire to train. Indeed there is. Several students of the school studying in Legram at the moment. The rest are scattered throughout the Empire. And Laura's father instructs them all? He does. Viscount Arsaid is not only the Lord of Legram, he's also the current head of the Arsaid School. Oh, doesn't he have a super cool title like the Radiant Blade Master or something? He sounds crazy strong. This may seem unseemly coming from my daughter, but his strength is, quite frankly, inhuman. I would easily place him among the 3 strongest people in the Empire. He sounds like an incredible guy. I've heard plenty of rumors about his strength myself. From what I understand, he acts as a combat instructor for this nation's armies, both provincial and imperial. Though, as a result, I hear he spends a significant amount of time away from his territory. That is unfortunately the case. We may be visiting my home, but there's no guarantee my father will even be there. I see. That's a shame. I'd really like to meet him. Well, let's save first of all. And then should we talk to everybody or not? We have every other time. Let's go ahead. Oh yes, when we reach Legram, I'd like to ask you a favor of you all. A favor? I was hoping it would be possible for you to show your respective styles to the Arsaid School students. This group has practitioners of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School, court fencing, and spearmen alike, and I have no doubt each of you would be interested into the schools of the martial arts. Perhaps so. The chance to learn more about other schools might broaden our own horizons too. Are you sure my spearmanship would be of any interest to him, though both Reen and Yusuf at least use swords? Certainly. The Arsene School teaches more than just swordplay. While some use two-handed swords like myself, others use spears and even bows. Perhaps even Emma's normal staff may be of interest. You think? Hey, what about me? What about me? Lammy's really strong too. True, but it's just raw strength. There's no skill or technique involved. I concur. Watching our Getlum wouldn't afford the students any chance to learn new techniques of their own. Boo! You meanies! No fair leaving me out! Anyway, I do think that would be a nice gesture, but that's assuming we get the chance before our field study is over. Of course, I'm looking forward to it if we do. Surely it was just a coincidence. It has to be. What's wrong, Emma? Are you getting motion sickness or something? No, I'm fine. I was just wondering if I might be able to see Lagrange Castle for while we were in Lagrange. Oh, the castle that came up in Instructor Thomas's lesson the other day? Weather permitting, I can see it quite clearly. It can be seen quite clearly. It's surrounded by mist more often than not, but such imagery has its own appeal as well. Oh, wow. That actually sounds pretty neat. Yeah, it does. I was just thinking, it'd be nice if we could apply some of the knowledge we learned in our class field study, don't you think? Yeah, it would. That would be. We still have some time before we reach Berehard, but we'll be changing trains as soon as we arrive, so make sure you're ready. I will be, though it's a shame we won't have time to stick around for a while. I would like to see Rufus again if we had the chance. I'm sure he's much too busy for that anyway, and it hardly seems appropriate to return home now after I chose not to during the summer. That's a good point. Is something on your mind? I was just wondering what my family and the other nobles are doing at the moment. This past month, they've been a little overly quiet. Now that you mention it, I haven't heard any major conflicts between the two factions lately at all. Maybe they're just showing some restraint for a while. After all the craziness that happened at the festival last month. Neither faction is considerate enough to avoid conflict over something so trite. I suppose I should just try to focus on the field study and not concern myself with matters beyond my control. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. The issue of the regional culture heritage is quite a profound one. So profound as to have its own tax implications. Well, the desire to preserve the region's traditions and heritage is pretty important in most places throughout the Empire. Like the old animist traditions in Lagrange, I hear a lot of those are still around. Indeed, no doubt you will see many of them firsthand during our stay. Countless anecdotes regarding the Lance Maiden's remain as well. Sounds like Lagrange has a lot in common with my home in Nord. Our cultures and traditions may differ, but we worship the same goddess and spirits. I think that's the fact many Erebonians are starting to forget. And if you ask me, those traditions are worth protecting, even if it means a little extra money going to taxes. Yes, I feel the same. It seems there will be much to learn during this month's field study. Look at all these trees going past the window. This is so cool. I want to ride more trains like this. It's really fun. Really now, I'm kind of surprised. I assumed being in the Intellis division meant you'd be taking trains all the time. Well, I usually ride on Lammy when I'm out on a mission. And a super fast train Claire and the others in the RMP doesn't have any windows. And Gramps' special train is too fancy, so you can't really relax. Interesting. It's not often that you get to ride a regular train like this then, is it? But if you get too excited here, you're not going to have much excitement left from when we reach our destination. Especially considering how early you got up this morning. But I was so excited I could barely sleep. I'll be fine. I still got plenty of energy. What was I saying? See, I told you. We'll be in Berehard soon, so try to get some sleep on the next train, okay? Okay. Times like these, she really is just like any other 13-year-old. Making our way to Berehard. Then we're gonna get on another train and go to Lagrange. Let's do it. Ministry of the Well, visitors thank all passengers paid attention to the special line of Briarheart. Our next stop is Briarheart, the terminus of this line, express line. Please ensure you have all your belongings with you when you disembark the train. Finally! We have to change trains here, right? That's right. A train bound for Legram should be arriving in about 10 minutes. We'll need to hurry if we want to more than time. That's too bad. I was kind of hoping for a chance to poke around Briarheart. Oh yeah, it's your first time in Briarheart, isn't it? I'd be glad to show you around should the opportunity arise. You did graciously open your home to us in Nord after all. What's going on? Oh, okay. I was like, the screen's still black. What's going on? Okay. Are we going to get off the train? All right. Everyone else had to get off first. Well, right on to the next train, I guess. The kitty cat made it on the train this time. She didn't have to ride on top. Wow, this forest really is dense. It almost looks like the scene from a picture book, as though if you kept very quiet, fairies might come out and play. It might not come as a surprise that there are many such legends in this region. The Lance Maiden Leon Sandlot was born in Legram, but because of her paternal strength and beauty, some believed her changeling. Changeling. Some believed her a changeling switched to birth by fairies. Really fascinating. This really is a bit less rosy. The family line of the Count Sandlot came to an end when she died under mysterious circumstances. After the War of the Lions, it's hardly surprising that such tales have persisted. Changeling, huh? Oh. Look at the fog! It came on so suddenly. Well, Legram is known for its fog, among other things. This is not at all uncommon for this time of year. The fog does help keep the temperature cooler than the summer, though. In that case, bring on the fog. No, Lammy, you can't smash that! Alright, come on, tell me we're in Legram. Ooh, cool. I do like the fog, the foggy forest. Pretty cool. I really did enjoy the Nord Highlands. I think the Legram's going to be another place that's going to be cool, fun, and open, adventurous area, I hope. It's nice to change up the scenery. A lot of cities and towns we've been to. Hope there's some countryside just like in the Nord Highlands. That would be nice. Whoa! It's stunning. This is the first time I've visited Legram, but it's every bit as beautiful as I've been led to believe. So this is the town of the myths and ancient legends. Haha, I'm pleased you seem to have taken a liking to it. Unfortunately, the mist doesn't hinder the visibility. On a clear day, the surface of the lake gleams like a polished mirror. Fog or no, it's breathtaking all the same. Welcome home, my lady. What? How long have you been there? Interesting, I couldn't sense him at all. I've returned, Klaus. I see your proficiency in the art of concealment is not diminished in my time away from home. Aha! On the contrary, my age has begun to get the better of me, I'm afraid. Watching you grow and mature, it's the only joy left to an old man like me. Haha, surely you jest. Can I assume that Father's not coming to meet us means he's currently away from Legram? I'm afraid so. He also mentioned that he wasn't sure when he might return. I did expect that might be the case. Nonetheless, allow me to introduce you. Everyone, this is Klaus, the Arset family steward. He fills in for my father in his absence and serves as his acting master for the Arset School of Swordsmanship. The acting master? Sounds like one amazing old guy. Haha. I trust you all had a pleasant trip, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Let me be the first to welcome you to Legram. If you'll come with me, I'll escort you to the mansion. Please do. Still, it doesn't look like the years have really changed too much here. It's like walking into a bygone era. You can really sense the influence of animism in the region too. Just look at the stone monument. I believe it was built long before the Arset family was entrusted with the governance of this region, which would make it several hundred years old at the very least. It has a rather strange shape to it, too. Oh, what's that? It appears to be the statue of the Lance Maiden. That's right. The center statue is the Lance Maiden herself, while those beside her are two of the Eisenritters. I believe these were made over 200 years ago as well. Indeed, the traditions hold that they were constructed to honor the achievements of Saint Sandlot. Incredibly, the knight kneeling on the lower right is the ancestor of the Viscount. So that's Laura's great-great-great-grandfather, huh? Haha, you need a few more greats. We're about 10 generations apart. Lady Laura! Lady Laura, I'm pleased to see you back in Legram. The Viscount did mention that you'd be returning. I'm so happy to see you again, Lady Laura. I'm so glad to see you're all well. I'm just back for 2 or 3 days on a field study as part of my coursework at the academy. I'll be sure to visit with each of you later. Of course, please do. I'd love to hear all about how life at the academy's been treating you. She seems to be quite popular around here. Yeah, it looks like the Viscount's family has built up a good relationship with the people of Legram. Looks like they finally showed up. Well, it's been pretty busy around here lately. I could use the help. Huh? Oh well, I guess I'll go look over there. I guess I'll look over their task one more time just to be sure. I can hear the ring of steel on steel. Undoubtedly the sounds of swords crossing. Ah, so then it must be the Arset School Training Hall. Indeed it is. I have more memories in this building than I could possibly count. although many of them involve being soundly defeated by my father, or Klaus. My apologies, my lady. Well, it's pretty apparent he's not your run-of-the-mill butler. You can tell that just by the way he carries himself. He's a master's pose. He has a master's poise. And this is the Viscount Arcede's mansion. Wow, so this is where Laura lives. You'd expect nothing less from a Viscount. And it seems to be built on a hill overlooking the town, too. It was originally built with the intent that it could function as a stronghold should the need ever arise. Welcome to the home of Viscount Arcede. Allow me to show you around in my father's steed. Wow! What an incredible view. It's so beautiful. It's not often that I take in a view this spectacular. Say, is that the castle? Whoa, a castle! Oh, this must be the Legrand's famous landmark. Indeed, that's Legrand Castle. During the War of the Lions, it served as the Lance-Maid's stronghold. A Saint's castle towering on the shore of the Shimmering Lake. Just seeing it there in all its majesty makes me want to set brush to canvas. It does seem like a scene tailor-made for painting. I agree, but there's plenty of time to take in the scenery later. Right now, we need to pick up our list of field study tasks. Oh, right. Are you the one who prepared our task for us, Klaus? Actually, the assigning of your duties here has been entrusted to a professional. A professional at what? Can you elaborate? Head to the Bracer Guild in the town's central plaza. At the Master's behest, they have taken on the responsibility of preparing all the tasks for your field study here. Bracer's Guild? There's a branch here in Legrand? Indeed. There has been a small branch of the guild in this town for many years. My family has a good relationship with the guild. They have done much for us in the town over the years. Oh, really? Well, whatever. Not like they asked me to do anything. What are you babbling about? Nothing much. Just thinking out loud. Anyway, looks like we need to pay a visit to the guild. Yeah, I'd like to get through as many of the tasks today as we can. We'll be taking our leave now, Klaus. Of course. Please take care, everyone. All right. I wonder if we are free to go to a store and buy some goodies. Some weapons, maybe. Some armor, maybe. I don't see any stores. I'm starting to get disappointed. There may be some down here. Okay. I think we got some stores down here. Yeah, there's one store here. Bracer's Guild's over there. Well, can we go to the store? Do you have a few new weapons here? Costs a little more than I have, but I do have some Mira to exchange, so that's good. We'll sell those for now. And these shoes are a pretty good upgrade for everybody, so we'll do that. I'd like to buy the upgraded weapon for everybody too. There's a lot we can do here. Well, this costs a lot. So I want to buy each weapon and customize it. It seems to be the way to go. We got more mirror to sell. I really don't see any reason why to keep any of it. Might as well just sell all of our Seppa if we've upgraded everything. I don't know what else it could be used for. I'm sure there's gonna come and be like, there's gonna probably be a use for it coming up, and we're like, hey, you don't have any Seppa. You have Seppa because you really need it at this point. But I really just feel like getting everybody better weapons at this point. Alright. Oh, I don't have enough U material? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh well, if I get some more, then I can upgrade. Well, we're lacking in new material, but we got better weapons for everybody, even if we couldn't customize them all to get even better weapons. To the guild.
A cross inside a circle. Any idea what it means?
No one really knows for sure. There are a number of theories, though.
Unfortunately, the meanings of most animist symbols have been lost over time.
This building is the Legrand branch of the Bracer Guild.
Oh, the guild emblem. I must have not have noticed it earlier with all the mist. Strange. The branches at the capital were closed due to political pressure, but this one still seems to be active. The Legrand branch continues to operate as it always has. That's why I was rather surprised to find out the capital's branches were no longer active. Come to think of it, we met a Bracer back when we were in Brayhard for our field study, but I saw no signs of the guild branch there either. It was closed a year ago, though, as I understand, the pressure to close came from the Duke's household, not the Imperial government. Is that so? Well, Bracers are an eyesore to most of us well-to-do types. They don't bow to authority. You can't bribe them with Mira. They're all about protecting civilians. Give them any excuse to lean on the Bracers to get them out of the picture, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Milliam, that's kind of... You don't mince words, do you? Choice words coming from an intelligence division operative. Do you think you're not complicit in this? Well, it's less us and more Gramps. He went barging into the branches in the capital himself and started telling them what they could and couldn't do. Wow. That explains the instructor's frosty temperament towards him. Man, you guys sure know how to poke a guy where it hurts, don't you? Now there's a familiar face. I'm pleased to see you again, Toval. Oh, you know each other? Nah, we just ran into each other a couple months ago. Long time no see, Lady Laura. Sounds like Sarah's keeping your nose to the grindstone, huh? Wait, so... You must be the former associate of our instructor, I take it. Pretty much. I'm Toval Randuar, a bracer with the guild here in the Empire. Good to meet you, ladies and gents of Class 7. Well, well, well. Wait a minute. So it wasn't a coincidence that we ran into you in Brayhard? Bingo! Sarah told me you were going to be there. She wanted me to keep an eye out for you and step in if you ever got in a real tight spot. But she insisted I play it as casual and not give myself away. Man, that part was a lot harder than I thought it'd be. I had no idea. Thank you so much for all your assistance back then. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to bust Machias out without your help. You may not have directly assisted me, but I suppose you have my thanks nonetheless. You're welcome. Sarah's repaid that debt in full though, so don't worry about it. Interesting, I had no idea that you already met some of the members of my class. Incidentally, Toval, the guild standing here in Arabonia certainly seems to have shifted over the past 2 years. Hey, no doubt. Basically every branch here in the Empire was shut down after the government started putting pressure on us. Some of us found work in a different field, like Sarah. Others transferred to branches outside the country. But we all agreed to get back together if we can ever resume operations in Arabonia again. Until then, we're just trying to keep a low profile, scraping out a living by ourselves, for ourselves. It sounds like a difficult life. Still, with the guild having the decrease in presence, isn't there more than enough work for the remaining branches? I wish. The railway military police deals with a lot of the stuff we would have handled before. Your little lady's friend in particular keeps herself pretty busy. Oh, you mean Claire? Yep, she sure is a hard worker. Although with all the time she spends on work, it's no wonder she doesn't have a boyfriend. Milliam. I'm not sure you should go around sharing the details of people's private lives without their consent. Haha. Well, I find enough work to keep the lights on here anyway. And this branch has the Viscount's approval, so we can display our sign without getting in trouble. Oh, so that's how it is. Well, it's nice to hear that the Viscount seems pretty supportive of the guild. He seems to find much of himself in the Bracers' way of life. Self-reliance, pride, a focus on helping others. He's long said that if we were free of the other responsibilities, he would join the guild and work with Bracer himself. Oh my, that seems very... I hardly think a man who owns the territory of the Empire could just up and join the Bracers. The Radiant Blade Master himself is a Bracer, huh? In terms of strength and standing, he's probably on par with Cassius Bright. I'll bet he'd make an S rank right on the spot. You know Cassius Bright? I believe he's currently a brigadier general in the Liberation Army. A Liberian army. Liberial. In the Liberian army, as well as the bearer of the title Divine Blade. Hey, I guess I should expect no less from a member of the Intelligence Division. Anyway, that's how the Viscount ended up asking me to sort out some tasks for your field study. Let me give you those to you now. Let me give those to you now. Now! Alright, our field study assignments. What do we got here? What do we got? I wish for Lady Laura and you, her classmates, to engage in a friendly training bout against the students of our state school. When you have prepared sufficiently, please make your way to the training hall, which is down the stairs outside the mansion and to the right. Alright. A monster's been spotted roving the Ebel Highway, and he's a big one. Crocodark. Sounds like a Pokemon. Chris, class 7 possible. Okay, that's from him right there in front of us. I need someone to replace a lot of the orbment lights all along the highway. If you like putting lights into things, you can find me in Watu's store. Watu! Study gears of violence to you see in this recording. Is there activities? Oh, this is how field studies go. Generally, yeah. Should we come back tomorrow to pick up our next set of tasks then? Yeah, I've got some more work I could use your help with. We're pretty short-handed here, and so we got a real monster of a backlog building up. I'm counting on you to pave the way to Easy Street for me, okay? Will do. All right then, let's waste no time getting started. Looks like one of these requests is from the training hall. It seems to be from Klaus. Got a monster extermination request too. We'll have to head out into the highway for that one. It would be nice if we could cover as many of the townspeople's requests as possible too. This is so cool! Okay, so let's go to the store to start that first one. Welcome everyone. I hope the day is treating you well. If you need any armaments or have any ornament related questions during your stay, just come straight to me. Thank you, Duncan. Your service is invaluable as always. Haha, it's an honor to hear you say that. It reminds me, I've heard that you guys will be the ones taking on the request I sent to Toval. That's right. You wanted us to do something with the road lamps, right? Could we ask you for some further information about how to do that? Of course. It could take quite a while, though. Are you sure you have the time to do it? Yeah, that we shouldn't be an issue. Just explain what it is you would like us to do, and we'll get to do it. We'll get to doing it. Alright, here's how it'll go. I'm going to presume you all know what the road lamp is at this point. And you probably also know that they require regular maintenance in order to function as they should. That's especially true here on the Grom, since the moisture from the fall causes the circuits to short more frequently. I put in a request for Toval to inspect them not too long ago, actually. To my surprise, he discovered that almost all the lamps close to town are in need of some maintenance work.
I assume you want us to replace them all in one go, then?
That's correct. To be a bit more specific, I'd like you to replace the orbment lights. That does seem like a long, troublesome task, the kind I'd normally pay someone else to do. The road lamps serve as a safety measure for travelers along the highway, though, so this is important.
Sounds about as much fun as picking lint out of my belly button, but oh well, nothing we can do about it.
This does seem to be something Toval would usually handle himself, though. Isn't that right? It is. He'd probably laugh at us if a group of promising students weren't able to change a few lights, I'll bet. It really takes me back to our field study in Keldic, though. That's right. We had to do something like this back then. I suppose every town needs working road lamps. So you're practically pros already, then? Hardly. I finally managed to block off any memories of our group's first field study.
Don't fear, you guys. Stop remembering stuff that I wasn't here for.
That's what you get showing up late to the party. Anyways, I assume the road lamps are here also need a code to open their maintenance panels? Not quite. The lamps here in the Grom use a key for access instead, which means you'll be needing these. Well, at least it should make things simpler this way. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I don't need to remember a code this time. And here are the replacement orbment lights you'll need as well.
That's a lot of lights!
A01 to A05, B01 to B09, they're all marked with letters and numbers. That they are. Each one matches up with the road lamp it should be used in. You use A01 light in the lamp with the A01 written on it, and so on. It's not exactly advanced calculus. So, do you need any pointers on how to change them out? No, I remember how to do it from last time, so I think we'll be fine. Well, it seems to be everything we need to get started. Well, let's be on our way then. Good luck. Good luck indeed. Alright, well, here we are. We've come to an end. Been great again to play this game. I love it, love it, love it so much. This is definitely has risen up to one of my top favorite games of all time, and can't wait to continue the whole series. It's going to be so much fun. I love, love, love this game. I could almost see somebody complaining that it's a bit of a slow burn. You know, it's a bit of a slow roll with the story. It drags things out. It likes to have a lot of dialogue and a lot of discussion, but I actually really like it. I love the way characters are built. I love the way that you actually care about the characters in the game. It makes them seem more real, more relatable. Just been a fantastic game so far, a fantastic adventure, and I can't wait to continue it. It's just so great. It's been so good. Well, we already saved it. So yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night with some Final Fantasy VI for our Wednesdays Super Nintendo Classics. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. And good night. Good luck. Adios.